instruction technique on how to build yourself a little indoor black soldier fly bin that you can use to raise soldier flies for your pet frogs or bearded dragons, or just for composting some kitchen waste. Basically, we start with two small Rubbermaid totes. These are Rubbermaid Roughneck, 15.8 by 10.3 by 7 inches deep. They're little 3-gallon totes. They cost you like $4.99 at Home Depot. And over here I just have a regular cardboard box. I've put a little bit of pine shavings around the edge. I'm just about out of pine shavings, so you might want to use a little bit more than what I've got in there. But basically we're going to put one of these totes inside the cardboard box. Ideally, you'd have a little bit bigger box than that just to allow a little more space around the edges, but this will work for our demonstration purposes. And then we're going to prepare the other tote. This is the Catchment tote inside the box, and basically it will catch the effluent. And the regular tote's the tote that the soldier fly larvae are going to live in. Now some of them will crawl out, but when they do, they'll crawl over the sides and drop into the box here and burrow down into the pine shavings that you've lined the box with, so that you won't have a problem with them crawling all over the house. Measure the internal dimensions. I've pre-cut a section of artificial air conditioning filter. I've measured, you can see the little line right here, measure the length that I need, and all I'm going to do is cut this thing to size. A pair of kitchen scissors or snips will work just fine. Pardon my bad videography here. Pretty quick. Hard to do this while you're drilling left-handed when you're right-handed, but I wanted to hold the camera steady. All it is, drilling some drainage holes. Alright, you can see here, you can see the daylight through the drainage holes here. And what we're going to do is take the piece of air conditioner filter that we cut earlier, snug it down into the bottom. Now, as long as it fits firmly, you're pretty much okay. Typically, I'll use a hot melt glue gun and I'll draw a bead around the edges to kind of weld it in place, but that's not really necessary. It's quicker and easier just to do it like this. Now once we've got our effluent catchment in our box that's going to catch any prepupal larvae that crawl out set, and our bin set up with the air conditioning filter liner inside, we've got to do something to keep a little space between the catchment bin and the soldier fly bin. And I just happen to have, conveniently at hand, some spacers that I seem to find in abundance at my house. We'll drop a couple of them in there, take the soldier fly bin, nestle it down, and we're almost ready. The last thing we want to do is add the lid to the system, and you can use little pieces of wood for shims. What I've used here are some things that are plastic J-channel you can get at any Home Depot. They're about, I don't know, maybe 5/8 of an inch square. And I just lay these top like so. Grab my lid and set the lid on top. And what this does, it allows a little crawl space underneath, a little air space for air to get in. A lot of times if you're using a plastic bin, moisture buildup can become an issue, but by shimming the lid up like this, if it gets too moist, you can air it out. If it gets too dry, you can spritz it with water, and you can add a little bit of moisture to it by taking the shims out and just putting the lid down on the box.